Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a review of Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4, Episode 10. Yesterday, I didn't get a chance to cover it, but today I got a chance to cover this show after watching it last night. So I watched the show last night, and I gotta say this. You gotta give props to Raphtalia. You gotta give props to best girl, one of the best girls of this season. And the same girl that beat Nezuko when it comes to the best girl of that year. Remember the Crunchyroll Anime Awards? And I'll be honest with you guys, I was one of many in that crowd. I remember screaming because I said Raphtalia was going to win. And everybody wanted Nezuko to win. I was that 1%er. And then Raphtalia won, and I was happy as a motherfucker. I was happy to say Raphtalia did. Raphtalia has come a long way. She has come a long way since season 1. Up till now, she has developed, stepped up. She has this huge responsibility this season in the Q10 Low arc. She has a huge responsibility of holding the fort down. Sort of. I mean, she's not the priestess, emperor priestess yet, but she's the next heir, and she's having a lot of responsibilities, a lot to hold down, a lot. Now, this is the moment where I say, this is really big deal for her. I mean, like I said, development comes a long way, and she has developed so much as a character, not as a sidekick, but a true warrior to us all. And when you look at Naofumi, who sees Raphtalia's potential, he had her back since day 1. Now, and we see her development of trying to make peace, making sure peace is balanced, no more tax increase, everyone provide equal opportunities, equal values, those kind of things. Make a great priestess. That's what Raphtalia is doing. She has great dialogue, great speeches and all that to make sure we don't want no freaking violence. Because when you cause more violence, you cause more rage. And when you cause more rage, the other people are going to react. And then everything going to be like a little chain reaction. Now, we got to introduce Zodia, who is Sedina's little sister. Now, I'm not surprised by Zodia's look in this episode. I'm not surprised. We already know where she's from. All she wants to do is to make peace. And in this episode, let me just say this. The reason I'm talking a little loud is because of this. It's one thing to have a crazy bitch on the side, but we don't need a crazier bitch. And, with whore or trash, you call her mine for short. We call her trash. Well, no, that's the king. We call her bitch for short. This right here, kill Machina, kill this chief advisor. This chief advisor got on my effing nerves last night. And this morning, I want to lash out in this episode in a clear morning day before I go to work. I want to clear this air. So, without further ado, let's get right through the review of the Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4, Episode 10. Because, damn it, I am freaking pissed at this episode. Not pissed, not like mad, but like, what? Moment. Like, okay, So the letter last week, this was like a one-on-one talk between Raphtalia and Zodia. The first time they encounter. The very first. Raphtalia introduced herself in her kimono priestess, and here come the water dragon priestess, Zodia. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be super, super honest what I'm about to say. I'm gonna be honest. There's a game, classic game, one that should get a remake, and they should get a remake, Bloody Roar. You guys have played Bloody Roar before. There's human, and I remember the names. It's funny how I remember the names. It's Hugo the Wolf, Bakuyu the Mole, Shion the Unborn, Alice the Rabbit. I kind of remember the names to bring me back to the GameCube times, bringing Bloody Roar. And then, you play Bloody Roar, there's human mode, beast mode, hyper mode. So Raphtalia introduced Zodia in her killer whale form, just like how we see Sardinia performing her whale form against the hydras, the snakes. So I'm looking at her, Zodia. She looks freaking hot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I took that out of context, but still, this is the first time we saw her in her whale form. And when I looked at her, I'm like, damn, she looks amazing. Like, damn, she look amazing. And I know it's one of those things when you say smash or pass. I'll be honest. Human form or beast mode, I'm smashing her. I don't give a fuck. I'm so sorry I took that out of context. But yeah, so Thea introduces her to her beast mode. She looks gorgeous, by the way. She looks freaking hot. I don't know why. Maybe because of the muscles. I don't know what it is. Like, Maki from Fire Force has some great muscle, like, body. I can take that. You know what I mean? Like, look at her. Look at her. Look at that Zodiac in her whale-like form. It's so freaking hot. Anyway, but I digress from my point. Anyway, Raphtalia introduced Zodiac, and from her beast mode, she transferred back to her human mode so they have a discussion. Zodiac wants peace. She wants peace as well. When you see these two, when you have a conversation between like two sides of nations, they got to come to an agreement. And that's what this was about. That's what this episode was all about. Trying to make peace between two nations. One, we can all agree that the Q10 Low will be satisfied. Nothing more, nothing less. And from Zodiac's standpoint, she sees what the land was, how she saw Raphtalia and her people giving out food, shelter, all those things, because everyone was so poor. She sees now the suffering of the Q10 Low. She sees the suffering as what it is. So she was trying to make peace after no more wars. We're not going to have more bloodshed. We're just going to make everything peace. And Raphtalia's words of wisdom cause other nations, her other clan, to not attack. Because she's not about that. You know, like I said, Raphtalia in this episode, she's holding a huge responsibility. She's holding out a huge responsibility. She has a lot on her freaking plate. For a heavenly empress like herself, she's holding a lot. And I keep bringing that up because, again, she is the heir. But again, when you have that huge responsibility on your shoulder, you take a lot of you have a lot on your shoulder. You have a lot. Like, so much. You can't even... So much. You got to give props for her bravery, her speeches to allow her team not to attack. You know, we're not going to cause bloodshed. We want peace. We're going to make things right. All that. You know, I like Raphtalia in this one. I really do. Stepping up to her plate. Now, after they left back, after Naofumi went back to his town, he had to decide what to do to make sure we're all good. So he invite Ren, he invite the Soy Hero, and he invite, Rat to come, then the one that control the animals, to come back to come to Q10 Low and experience what can we do. Because in case of war coming on, we need some help. So because here's why. Trust. So to get a power up, Naofumi he has to get trust. There's ways to get power up. Another one is trust. We all know Naofumi since season 1 ain't the trust guy. He don't trust anybody like that. And I get it. I get it. You gotta prove. You gotta prove to everybody. It's the one thing I've learned from Show Hero, and we all should know this. If you want to trust Naofumi, the first person you gotta trust is Naofumi. You don't trust anybody else. You gotta hear from one side. And if you trust Naofumi, he will definitely trust you regardless. But don't lie to Naofumi and backstab him like some bitch-ass character who I don't want to name. But my point is, don't backstab him. Trust him. You gotta trust Naofumi. So I like how they reminisce in season 1 because how he realized that with his party, he does get a little better. So Itsuki got a power up. The bow hero got a power up. Going all Aura, EP, Super Saiyan like. So he got his power up. Ren didn't because he's still not, he still got a lot of work. As for the Spear Hero, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my freaking God. This dude right here. This freaking dude right here got his own Philo army. He got his own Philo harem. Like damn, the spear hero got his own thing going on. Like, look, he's still obsessed with Philo. That's weird as fuck. Look, the guy is obsessed with her so much that I'm like, you even drew a painting of her? So, and then you got all this you have red, yellow, green Philo girls on you. And now you need her as, I'm like, is this your plan? Is this your plan? To have a Philo harem and then add Philo to the mix? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to, and to be honest with you, already he already got bird woman. Already he already got Philo woman. He got a red, blue, and green. I don't know what his plan is other than getting Philo, but I think they're gonna meet up. I think the spear hero is gonna meet up with the other Spear Hero 2.0 Jiraiya Master Roshi kind of look-alike guy. And then you're going to end, and then who knows? Maybe he ends up in the QTLO. I don't know. But the way how that looks, I'm like, dude, get a life. Get a freaking life. Get a life. Philo doesn't want you. You still obsessed with it. Like, damn, what's wrong with you? You already got 3 birds. Why you need a Philo? Why you need her? Like, come on. But, and it's crazy because he already got a spinoff. I remember there was a book called Rising of the Spear Hero, and there's a spinoff. I know there was a spinoff book about him going to another world type vibe because he remembers everything that happened, But but that's what I see. But you get what I'm saying. I see that. But again, having that, I'm like, damn, we haven't seen him in a long time, and what he's doing now is just off delete. Like, shush. What? Okay, so we all thought this is peace, but come on, it's episode 10. We're not even done yet. So Zodia comes back. She's trying to make peace. And then the stupidest thing happened. Machina, the chief advisor, the bitch 2.0. I can't stand this. I can't stand her too. I can't stand mine. I can't stand Machina. Can they both die? Can they both die? Like, for real, can they both die? And I'm looking at the chief advisor telling her, we don't want no freaking peace. We want war. They're using you, that kind of thing. And then we got to see the Emperor, Raphtalia. Now, here's the thing. So I got a little spoiled in this moment about who's this emperor, this young kid emperor type vibe. Apparently that's Raphtalia's cousin. This emperor is Raphtalia's cousin. And then I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this little kid, this freaking kid is an emperor? And I'm like, you let a kid run this, like, for real? And then Machina is using this kid for power. That's messed up. That is messed up. And this kid is so young, he don't know what to do or what to say or anything like that. He just listens to the chief advisor. And I'm like, dude, it's like you're a freaking kid. You have no say in what to do because you're a freaking kid. I mean, like, yeah, you're an emperor, but come on. You got to think of something. But, and the thing, what's crazy about it is that he sees Sadina on her knees praying, like, please stop this war. We're going to make peace, all that stuff. Chief advisor not listening to any of that. And then he listens to her, then Zodia. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is freaking crazy. Crazy as it is. I just can't. So they all thought peace was good. But no. They started attacking up front. And then and then that ending where Zodia in her whale form is going to fight. Now, looking at her face, she doesn't want to fight, but when you look at her, she's like, I have no choice. I'm going to fight for my country, for the emperor. I'm like, yeah, this is good. I don't know. Look, I got a feeling next week we're going to see the battle of the killer whales. I'm sorry. I said killer whales. It might happen. It might happen. We're going to see Sadina versus Zodia fight. 2 killer whales going at it. Like you see it on National Geographic special. We're probably going to see that. I don't know why I'm joking on that. But still I'm joking on it. But anyway, this episode was really good. I mean, this whole thing was about political talk, how to establish peace and all that. And Raphtalia overall has stepped up more in ways than one. We can't argue with that. She has stepped up to plate. No matter, and it's not like Naofumi gave her dialogue to say. Raphtalia, her words of wisdom, her speeches and all that stuff, trying to make peace, actually paid off. And she's doing really well as a priestess, throughout the entire show. Ever since she landed. So we all give her props for that. So I look forward for next week's episode of it. We're probably going to see 2 killer whales go at it. Like some National Geographic special. We'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for next week.